It's taking model airplane building to a whole new level. A full-scale model of this Mark 9 Spitfire dominates the garden of this home in Cumbria. It's the handiwork of this man, military historian David Price. He's spent the last 3 years building it. So what made him do it?
Why? Well, that's a good question. Sometimes I wonder myself. I gave up my building business about 3 years ago, just before I started this project. And I think I changed careers, so I've become a researcher and military writer now. So I decided I still needed something to do with my hands, and so this was the result of that. The start was to find the plans. You can find the plans online, fortunately. And this is made not of aluminium as an original Spitfire, but this is made out of plywood frame, just like a Spitfire. And then on top of that there's board, and on top of that is fiberglass to make sure it's nice and waterproof and gives it a lot of strength as well. So it's basically looks like a Spitfire, and has all the markings and everything just the same, but it is actually made of wood underneath.
David has gone all out on this faithful recreation of one of history's most iconic aircraft, sourcing parts for this model from all sorts of places.
There's a whole mixture, particularly for the cockpit, getting original instruments, but also stuff that I couldn't get. I had a friend who was doing some 3D printing, so some of that is 3D printing. And then sometimes it was just a matter of getting objects which were the right shape to start with, and any modeler will work this one out. There's even a baked bean tin in there, I needed a cylinder of a certain size, so it became an electrical rectifier at the back of the cockpit. So it's just a matter of being creative, in that not everything had to function quite the same way as a real Spitfire.
The Spitfire forged its reputation during the dogfights of the Second World War, taking on the might of the Luftwaffe over the skies of Europe, most notably in the Battle of Britain, cementing its legendary status.
It's a love of all aeroplanes, and I suppose the Spitfire is the emotive icon of the aviation world, really. I suppose if you ask people what aircraft do you know, they'll probably know a Spitfire and Concorde will be the first two on their list. So yeah, I think in choosing to build something, I decided to build something that was going to be instantly recognisable.
And it certainly grabs the attention of people passing by his home, with many taking the time to stop and chat with David about his handiwork.
I think the local people here have got used to it, which is great. We've had them come down the garden and look round it. But we have a campsite, so sort of Friday afternoon onwards through the weekend, we get a steady procession of people that suddenly stop when they get to the end of the driveway and stare and ask if they can look at it. But that's great. That's all about what it's about.
It was absolutely amazing. He obviously didn't land it here.
No, but what's a query?
So we now know he built it. Yeah. He built it here. So this is quite extraordinary and not quite the sort of thing you expect to see in a ride out in Cumbria.
Yeah.
Around 3,000 hours of work has gone into this model, which takes up practically all of the garden. So what does David's wife think about it?
She's been very patient. It started in a very, very small way, and I thought, so beavering away in the garage here. So it started, I thought I'll build a couple of wingtips, and a wingtip's only 2.5 feet long, something like that. So it sort of flew under radar for a while. But then when the tyres turned up, I bought some tyres, and that was fairly early on, and it was like, well, what are you going to do with those? And so yeah, but she's been very good about it. It has grown on her, and we do have an agreement it's not going to stay in the garden, so she's looking forward to getting her garden back again.
The plan is for the Spitfire to go to a museum, meaning David and his wife will get their garden back eventually. It's been a labour of love for him, but would he do it again?
Working to full size isn't new for me. It's something that has been going on for years, but to actually create something completely from scratch is that was kind of it's a new thing to me, and I'm sure I'll do it again, kind of once bitten, twice shy, as they say.
David Civils McCann, Forces News, Coat Hill in Cumbria. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to our channel.